What's up and welcome back to some more Madden 22. Now today we are going to be doing another rebuild. It's going to be a fantasy style rebuild of the Pittsburgh Steelers. This came from the comments of my most recent rebuild, so if you'd like me to rebuild any team in particular, be sure to leave a comment down below. You can always also thumbs up comments of teams you want me to rebuild, so that I don't have, I don't know, like the Falcons commented like 57 times. So, I mean, it can make my, my job a little bit easier. If you are new to the channel, if this is the first time you are stopping in, thank you. First off, I appreciate your viewership, but also, if you enjoy the video, and if you like watching Madden 22 franchise content, this is the place to be, so consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Also, if you like this video in particular, it would help me out a ton in the end if you could hit that like button down below as well. One other thing I want to point out before I start going over the roster. So in my previous rebuilds, if you watch them, I was complaining that players kept getting injured, even though injuries were turned off. I have since learned why. It's because practice injuries were still turned on for me. So yeah, now they're off. So injuries should be off for this entire time. That's on me. I did not know that was an option in the settings. But now we can go over the team. Now, the Steelers are in a pretty weird position, I think, because they have a really good defense, but their offense isn't super good right now, mainly because their offensive line, I mean, I'm only talking Madden really here, but their offensive line is not strong. I mean, they have Trey Turner, who's good, 79 overall. He is getting old, but he's not bad for the time being. Then they also have Kevin Dotson, who is fairly solid as well, 24 years of age, star development, number 69, gotta love that. He should be starting on the offensive line somewhere this whole time. But then the other three offensive lineman positions, probably replaceable. So either we're gonna trade for some right now, or we can go out and just draft. I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet. We'll kind of see what the trade market is looking like. I'll start talking about the quarterback though. Big Ben Roethlisberger. He is like 1,000 years old. He's a 78 overall. I don't think we're gonna keep him on the team this year. Quarterbacks have a ton of value. So I'm sorry if you really like Big Ben. I'm sure a lot of you guys do, right? If you're watching this as a Steelers fan, I apologize. I definitely do. But I'm going to draft his replacement, hopefully this year. We can have a pretty good quarterback draft class to choose from. Hopefully some teams still have interest in him. Like, I understand the value that the quarterback position has, but he is like 39 years old. So hopefully there's some team out there. We do have Najee Harris, though, at running back. He should be really fun to try to develop. 76 overall. I don't know what his development trait is. We're going to learn that together in this video, unless you guys already know. But 88 speed, 85 trucking, 88 change of direction. He's a really good running back. 92 carrying as well, 90 acceleration. He's a stud. He should get the ball a lot in real life. Hopefully he doesn't die, because I'm not sure how well people are going to block for him. At receiver, they have Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, and Chase Claypole. They have a really good group of receivers. I don't really think I'm going to have to change any of them. Juju's still super young, 84 overall. He should develop. Deontay Johnson, I think, is the oldest of the three, and he's only 25. So as long as he doesn't regress anytime in the near future, which I don't think he will, we should be good to keep him on the team. And then Chase Claypole, of course, was just a rookie. Is incredibly glitchy in this game because he's really fast for being how tall he is. Also really good catching, good route running, or good enough route running, really good jumping. He's just an incredible athlete. He's going to be on the team this whole time for sure. Their tight ends, Eric Ebron, Pat Freiermuth. Love me some Freiermuth out of Penn State. Of course, that's where I went. I don't know if I'm going to try to get him reps this first season or if Eric Ebron's just going to chill here. Eric Ebron's solid. He's an 83 overall. He is kind of old, though. What is his contract looking like here? Oh, he only has one more year left on his contract. Okay, we can probably keep Eric Ebron then for this season. Or maybe he's a player we ship off by, like, the trade deadline or something, depending on how the team is playing. I might go that route, and then Pat Freiermuth can come in and develop. That's not a bad option, I don't think. Now, on the defense, we're going to start out talking about TJ Watt, the best player on this team. He's a 94 overall, superstar X Factor. Now, of course, he's a pass rusher. 94 finesse moves, 86 block shedding, 83 speed, 89 acceleration. He's incredible at what he does, right? Really high overall. Should probably be a 99 in the next couple of seasons. And then opposite him, they have Melvin Ingram, who they just signed fairly recently. He's a good pass rusher as well. 92 finesse moves, 76 block shedding, 81 power moves. But then after Ingram retires or regresses, whatever happens, we have Alex Highsmith. Star development, 72 overall. He should be a fine replacement here for Melvin Ingram. 72 block shed, 76 finesse moves. Hopefully, he is able to develop after this season and potentially even go up in development trade. If we can get him up to superstar or something, it'd be a really solid edge rushing duo. Even once Melvin Ingram retires or leaves the team in another fashion. Devin Bush is the middle linebacker, 78, star development. He's very athletic. He should develop really, really well here for us. And then they also have Robert Spillane, I guess. I mean, he's nothing super notable. I mean, he's a 69 overall, so it's pretty awesome. But, you know, 25 years of age. We can probably draft another linebacker to play aside Devin Bush. They have Marcus Allen here playing linebacker. Did he actually switch? I don't know if he did or not. That's interesting. At safety, though, they have Terrell Edmonds, starting at strong safety. He's still very young, has a lot of room to grow. And then Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of the other superstars on this defense, 89 overall, really good zone coverage. Also can move super well, 91 speed, 93 acceleration. He should be good for this whole time. Of course, you guys all know about Minkah. Joe Hayden, they have Cameron Sutton, right? That's your first name? Okay. And they also have Justin Lane at corner. So I might try to go out and trade for another corner. Because they definitely need help in that regard. Joe Hayden, obviously, is still pretty good, but he's 32 years old. So I'm not even sure if he's going to stay on the team. We'll kind of see how that goes. On the defensive line, they have Stephon Tuitt, who's a stud, 90 overall for him, 28 years old, getting up there in age, but he's still very good. And then Cameron Hayward is also awesome, 94 overall. Now, of course, his overall is up a little bit, but he's still a really solid defensive end. 94 power moves, 93 tackling, 97 block shed, 97 awareness, 94 strength. You guys know about Cameron Hayward, I'm sure, as well. He's incredible. Then they also have Tyson Alualu. I always thought it was pronounced Alualu, but I'm pretty sure I've heard people say Alualu before. I don't know. He's really good as well, but he's 34. I'm not sure he's a player we keep on the team long term. I almost want to move Cameron Hayward inside, but I'm probably not going to. Yeah, let's not do that. Maybe we trade for a defensive tackle, but I'm certainly going to be trading for some draft picks. So I might just look to try to draft a nose tackle and see how that goes. But let's go ahead, improve the team a little bit potentially by trading. I actually don't even know if I'm going to improve the team. No, we're going to get rid of Big Ben, so we're probably going to make it a lot worse, but it'll be better in the long run. Also, again, it's a fantasy style rebuild. Anything goes. I can trade for whoever I want, really, as long as Madden allows it. So I'm going to be trying to do that right here. If you're looking for a realistic rebuild, this is not the video for you. I apologize, but I will most likely get some realistic rebuilds out. I don't know exactly when. Probably when the college football season begins and draft classes start coming out that are fairly accurate. All right, so Big Ben does not have as much trade value as I thought. I thought about it for a while. Still think it's in the best interest of the team to let him go, because we're clearing up some cap in the process as well, and now we can actually suck this season and get a really good draft pick. But anyway, Big Ben, Joe Hayden, and Kalen Ballage going to the Vikings for Brian O'Neill. So now we have a solid right tackle, probably for the rest of the rebuild here. I have no idea how this trade is possible, but Josh Dobbs and BJ Finney for AJ Terrell, who has star development. So he might actually turn into a really good cornerback eventually. Okay, we're absolutely gonna just clear house right now, I think. I was considering trading Ebron a little bit later in the season, but I think at this point we're gonna suck, so there's no point in even waiting. But here we're giving the Vikings Collins, Banner, and Ebron in order to get their first round selection. It says it's going to be 28th overall, but I don't really trust that. I don't think the Vikings play too well in this game. I'm pretty sure I've traded for their draft pick in the past, and it has actually ended up being like a top 5 pick, so hopefully that can happen here for us. Really quickly, here's the lineup. We just got rid of a bunch of players. We gained a little bit, though. Right, we have one new offensive lineman, Brian O'Neill. He's good enough to stay at right tackle probably this whole time. Now, since Eric Ebron is gone, Pat Freiermuth will get an entire season being the #1 tight end. And then on defense, we have AJ Terrell, who's going to be the #1 corner. And he's probably the best corner on the team right now. Well, I mean, he's tied with Sutton for his overall, but development-wise, he's certainly in the best boat. We have 2 first-round draft picks. Obviously, one of them is going to go to a quarterback. At least that's the plan right now. And then the second one can go a bunch of different places. If we have a good corner in this class, if we have a good defensive tackle in this class, or maybe a good left tackle, we could potentially go any of those routes, and I would not be upset. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we just took down one of the better teams in the AFC in week 1 with Dwayne Haskins at quarterback. Madden simulation never ceases to surprise me. It's an interesting dynamic for sure, but I will probably now see you guys at the mid-season mark unless we get a breakout challenge, which we actually get this week. So why did I stop talking? I don't know. But who's it gonna be for? Terrell Edmonds. That's actually really big. If he can get star development, that's gonna help him out so much. So he needs only one of those things at the bottom, and he can probably do that. Breakout challenges seem a lot easier to get in simulation this year, which is nice. We lost that game, but did he do what he was supposed to do? No, he did not. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunate, but happens every once in a while. We do have a press conference, though. Coach, your team has struggled out of the gate so far, and when that happens, a lot of blame is usually placed on the quarterback, who needs to step up. I'm gonna blame the quarterback just because I don't want my team to get mad at me or get some kind of like morale, like hindrance, I guess is the word to say there. I don't want their morale to go down. I just worded that really poorly. But we have to beat the Packers. That's not happening. And then Dwayne Haskins needs 3+ passing touchdowns. Also probably not happening. Let's check it out though. Let's advance one more week before I start scouting. No way we win this game. Okay, we have 2 wins on the season, and they are against the Packers and the Bills. 2 really good teams. I don't understand it. All right, so Dwayne Haskins, what happened? You gonna like start developing now? He gets +5 medium and deep throw accuracy for the next 2 games. And the offensive linemen have +5 pass block power and pass block finesse for the next 2 games. That's actually pretty cool. Miraculously enough, this team is at 500 here at week 8. We are 3-3, but we are absolutely getting crushed by the Browns, I'd imagine. Unless the streak continues and we just keep beating teams we absolutely should not beat. Let's see who has to come back to the team, though. Enter these negotiations. TJ Watt, yeah, I want you. Melvin Ingram, probably not. Maybe we'll see at the end of the year how poorly he regresses, but I do want to get Highsmith involved, at least pretty early on. Brian O'Neill, I want. Juju Smith-Schuster, I want. Trey Turner, I should probably give a contract to as well. Terrell Edmonds, I'd like back on the team. And I think that is going to be it for the free agents. TJ Watt is coming back to the team. That's what you love to see. Brian O'Neill, let's get one of the better O-linemen back on the team here. He is going to accept. Juju Smith-Schuster, this team's #1 wide receiver. I'd like him back. He's not coming back just yet, but hopefully we can get him next week. Trey Turner, I don't mind having on the team for 2 more seasons. And he does not want that contract. Okay. Terrell Edmonds, please accept. Break the streak. Okay, he's going to continue the streak. Next week, hopefully we can get those 3 guys. Juju Smith-Schuster, just like the contract length. Let's bump that up. Let's bump that up a little bit. Accept now, please. There we go. Thank you, Juju, for being at least somewhat reasonable. What is Trey Turner thinking about here? The bonus and the duration, just not the salary. I feel like his face scan has seen better days as well. But he's coming back to the team. Terrell Edmonds only likes the length. So both of those can go up a little bit. He's not too expensive, and he's still going to decline. Okay, hang on. We got a weekly award winner. Let's go. Who was it? TJ Watt had 4 sacks? All right. I've heard a little bit that he's kind of good at football. He's not that known, though. You know, not many people know who TJ Watt is. Terrell Edmonds is just shafting us. Okay, he's gonna hit free agency. If there's no good safeties in this class, we can always just try to get him in free agency, or just someone better. Surprise, surprise, we are not in the playoffs. We finished 6-11. I've also been trying to see the Heisman winner this whole season, and I don't know when it shows up. I'm pretty sure it shows up in this game. I was watching Param Crow's video, the start of his Falcons franchise, and I'm pretty sure he drafted a Heisman winning quarterback or something like that. But let's go ahead and check out the statistics. How did these players do? Dwayne Haskins wasn't great. Didn't expect him to be great. But you know what? He tried his best. I guess that's fine. Najee Harris was actually really good, though. 4.2 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Definitely like that out of a rookie. We take those. He also led the team in receiving yards. I wanted to see what happened if I chose the Panthers offensive playbook. And it seems to be really good for developing running backs. Chase Claypole also had a pretty good season. Juju Smith-Schuster didn't really do all that much. Deontay Johnson hardly did anything as well. Pat Freiermuth, though, had 6 touchdowns. Not horrible. Hopefully with a better quarterback, those guys can all shine a bit more. The offensive line wasn't fantastic. 120 tackles for the backup middle linebacker, Spillane. 20 tackles for loss, though, for Cameron Hayward. And then 16 sacks for my man, TJ Watt. 10 for Melvin Ingram. 3 picks for AJ Terrell. That's a solid year. 2 for Devin Bush. And then 1 for Melvin Ingram. Interesting, he got an interception. Terrell Edmonds, Justin Lane, and Minka Fitzpatrick. Not last on offense. We are 29th. Let's go. We're not the worst team in the NFL. And then 14th on defense. Actually, not too bad. Dak Prescott's going to win MVP. Anybody from the Steelers? Probably not. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Mahomes, because of course it does. Anyone from the Steelers? I don't think so. Defensive Player of the Year is Logan Wilson, but TJ Watt at number 2. Melvin Ingram as well at number 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Trevor Lawrence. Najee Harris at number 3. If there weren't 2 other quarterbacks here, he might have won that, because he's the highest non-quarterback on the list, but hopefully he still, goes up in development trait potentially, or just develops really well. Owusu Koromora is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. He seems like essentially a lock to win it all the time. He's really good on a really good team, so it's very fitting. Now, let's go ahead and simulate to the Super Bowl. The Patriots are taking on someone here in the Super Bowl, so it's actually kind of surprising to see that the Browns didn't make it. Who's going to win? It's going to be the Cowboys, 29-21. All right, let's check out these development trait upgrades and also just see what Najee Harris's development trait is. He is superstar right now. Let's see if that's what he started with or if he went up to that. That is what he started with. Okay, so he is a superstar. That's very fair. He is really talented. I don't think anyone on the offense then is up in development trait. Najee Harris was like the only one I thought could have done it. On the defense though, is anyone here up? Melvin Ingram is up in development trait. That doesn't really matter because he's so old. And I definitely want Highsmith starting this next season. Hopefully like TJ Watt can take some of the blocks away from him or something like that. But I don't think anybody else is up in development right here on the defense. Honestly, it's fine. The team played a little bit too well, I think. Like, I would much rather have had them go like 1-16 or 0-17 even. Because I want the number 1 overall pick. It's not going to happen. We have the number 7 overall pick right now. We might have to trade up to take a couple players here, but I will absolutely make it work. Is there anyone here to re-sign? Now, I know Terrell Edmonds is going to be here right now. His franchise tag isn't that expensive, but I am going to let him go. I didn't actually look at safeties, but we could check out the safeties in free agency right here. And if there's nobody better than Terrell Edmonds, we can probably just go ahead and get him back. Of course, the usual, free agents are here. Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, Von Miller, J.C. Jackson. We don't need many of those guys. I mean, actually, J.C. Jackson would be pretty useful, but I'm not going to go after him right now. At strong safety, Harrison Smith is the best option. Terrell Edmonds is getting a contract, though. And I honestly feel like we could go after someone else, so we don't have to spend all that much money. Like, I'd rather have, like, Kareem Jackson for a season, because then we can look to get a better strong safety in the next offseason, whether that's through the draft or through free agency once again. So I think I'm going to take my chances on next year's free agency class and see what we can do that way. This also allows me to check the draft this year and see if there's anybody I can potentially snag. Now, another linebacker wouldn't be too bad here, and Jayon Brown's pretty solid. Chris Barnes is up to superstar, though. I'm going to grab Chris Barnes. He's going to be the number 2 middle linebacker. That's 100 points. Is that enough? That is enough to put us at number 1. That's pretty cool. I also went after Dwayne Brown just to get a left tackle who can play for us next year, in case we don't draft one. We got Dwayne Brown, and we got Chris Barnes. Okay, not a bad haul after the first week. Let's see what these other contracts are looking like here, though. The only other player we're going after is Kareem Jackson, and no other team is giving him a contract. Now, though, we can definitely check out the safeties in this draft class and see if there are any potential late round gems. There's a 7.5 combine grade guy right here, and he's incredible. All right, we have a strong safety. Hopefully I can land that guy. I mean, if not, Quincy Alden's also not bad. He can start for sure. And then Will Leverett is not nearly as good, but Ramon Solomon looks incredibly good. So does Nick Charlton. Holy shit. Where are these guys coming from? That guy's awesome. He might even be able to play corner. A- zone, depending on his man. He could actually transition down to corner because he's certainly fast enough. 4.38 speed. Yeah, those guys both look really good. I don't mind trying to get both of them on the team here. All right, so this draft class has potential of being insane for us. I wish we had more draft picks, but I think we can make this work. I'm not going to bother going after Kareem Jackson anymore then because we have 2 really good safeties we could go after to play at strong safety. We are definitely going to have to trade up, though, in this draft. We might have to trade up twice. I honestly think I might have to get pick number 1 and pick number 2. At least pick number 1. That's for certain because the Broncos are taking a quarterback 100%. I don't think there's any way they don't take a quarterback here. We got the trade to go through. I was trying a bunch of different combinations, and I think this is the least I can give up in order to get this draft pick. So Mason Rudolph, the 7th overall pick and the 71st overall pick will allow me to move up to pick number 1. And I think we're definitely going to have to move up to pick number 2 as well. That might actually not be the case because the Giants may not take a cornerback. They should not take a corner, actually. We could potentially get away with moving up with the Bills or something. But we are going to be taking a quarterback here. It is going to be Jim Elling. Early first-round talent. Please just show me hidden development trait. That's all I'm looking at here. 76 with hidden. It worked out perfectly. 95 throw power. Man is a cannon. 84 speed, 91 acceleration. Really good quarterback. All right, so he should be way better than Dwayne Haskins. And I know I said I probably don't have to trade up to the Giants pick, but if I can get it done, I'm just going to do it just to make sure I can get this corner because this corner looks like potentially the best player in the entire class. We got the trade to go through, giving away all draft picks. So we actually don't have all that many now for next year, but we'll make it work. And then also along with our next first round draft pick this year, of course, this player looks like he could be absolutely legendary. A- zone, A- man, B awareness, 7.5 combine grade, early first round talent. I could not pass up on Matthew Dukes. He's also 6'3". He looks so good. 80 overall, but he has normal. No shot, he has normal development trait. He's an 80 though, so it's not horrible. I'm hoping he just goes off this rookie season here. But 92 speed, acceleration, and agility. 82 man, 84 zone. He is so good. Just any kind of development trait other than that would have been so much better. That sucks a lot, actually. We give up a lot to get him, so I'm really hoping he can at least go up to star at some point. That's unfortunate, but let's go ahead and make another selection. Now, I don't know which safety to go with if they're both here. They are both going to be available. Ramon Solomon, early first round talent, 4.34 40-yard dash time, or Nick Charlton. I don't know who to go with. I think I might go with Charlton, actually, because his top 3 skills look a lot better. They both have B+ hit power, but then Charlton has A- zone coverage, whereas Solomon, his zone coverage isn't even on the screen. I'm going to take a shot here with Nick Charlton. Before I do that, since I don't actually have to take him with this specific pick, let's see if we can trade this one away and potentially snag some stuff for next year, because we don't have much for next year, like I said before. I definitely still want another second for this year, though. I've seen a handful of them so far. A second and a fourth seems like what I'm getting from that trade menu. That's like the best value here. Let me just check if I can get a second and a third from some team if I just do this manually. That's actually hilarious. I was genuinely curious to see if this would be accepted if I tried it, because this is what the Dolphins were offering me. This pick for their second this year and a fourth next year. That's really funny. Let me go accept that with the Dolphins through the other screen. I don't know why they didn't accept it that way. I've never actually tried that before, but I'm glad I did. That's pretty funny. So the Dolphins are offering that exact trade I'm pretty sure that I just tried. Second this year, fourth next year. Let's take it. I will be sure to check out where that strong safety goes and what he's looking like. He is still here, actually. I'm not going to take him still. Nick Charlton is the decision. 82 overall, but he has normal. Dude, no way. Are you serious, man? This is the best player I've drafted in a long time, but he has normal. Oh, that makes me so upset. This draft class could have absolutely been the best draft class I have ever seen if a couple development traits were tweaked. Please tell me the quarterback has more than star, though. If I can at least get superstar in the quarterback, that'll make this draft way more worth it. I'm glad I took that guy, though, just to see an 82 overall. That was ridiculous. We don't have any more first-round talent players on the draft board. I do need a defensive tackle, though, I think, actually. Are there any defensive tackles still left here? Probably not, but maybe I can just find somebody with a good combine grade. There's a 4th-round talent defensive tackle, so no. We don't have any good defensive tackles here, and I don't really want to take Sean Myers. He's not horrible. We won't be able to get him next round, so I'll take him just in case he has hidden. He probably doesn't, though. Yeah, he's a 67 with normal. Not a horrible player, but just took him banking on a development trait. And it seems like that hold X to reorder glitch is still a thing this year. Love that. I got some joggers. That's sick. I don't care about that. Did it go away? It did go away. Okay. Let's make the selection here. I think I'm going to be taking a linebacker. I don't even need this guy, like, at all, but he looks pretty good, and he's definitely the best player left. Jermaine Stevenson, 70 with normal, 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 86 hit power, 6'1". Not a bad linebacker whatsoever. He's just always going to be the 3rd string, unless we end up switching to a 4-3. I don't think I'm going to do that, but if we do make that choice, he could probably slide outside and be a starting caliber linebacker. We have nobody left on the draft board. So you know what this means. I actually might trade this pick away. It's a 7th-round draft pick. I usually don't do this, but let me see what I can get for an early 7th-round selection. 6th-round draft picks next year. I'll take one. It doesn't really matter. The Vikings, thank you. And now we will take this next pick. Let's get a quarterback to back up the quarterback we drafted before. Who's faster? 4.64 speed. That guy's the fastest quarterback. Out of curiosity, what do you have? 4.7. Okay. We're going to take Aiden Herman. Oh, he is horrible. 87 throw power. 82 speed. Wow. That guy sucks. I still cannot believe we drafted an 82 overall player. Like, just look at him, man. He is beautiful. Let's check out Solomon. He's a 78. Only normal development as well, so we did make the correct choice. Also, I want to take a quick look at some of these other quarterbacks. I don't think any of them are really that good. We definitely got the best quarterback in the draft. There are a couple 71 overall quarterbacks. Hidden development trade for that guy on the Broncos. He's not too bad. Normal development trait for Chad Cofield. Yeah, they just drafted Zach Wilson, and they're taking another quarterback, number 6 overall. That's how you really make a dynasty. Mike Bryan, though, pretty good-looking quarterback here for the Eagles. Wouldn't be surprised if he starts one day. Cade McMillan, another team that does not need a quarterback. Go ahead, use a first-round draft pick on one. Great strategies here from these organizations. Yeah, we by far got the best quarterback. Okay, I'm really hoping he has better than star development trait then, because that would make him really, really good and certainly worth the selection at number 1 overall. Even if he just has star, you could argue it's still worth it. And we're gone. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. No, I'm joking, but let's load this one back. So the team actually got a good bit better here. We're an 82 overall now, 87 defense, 79 offense. I think the offense is going to catch up at some point this year because we have a lot of young guys on this side of the ball with a ton of room to develop. Of course, we have a new quarterback. Najee Harris is a superstar, 82 overall. He had a really good rookie season. I think he can build on that once again. We still have an excellent receiving trio. We have a good enough offensive line. This might be a position group we target heavily in the offseason. And then we still have Pat Freiermuth, who isn't great, but he's young enough to definitely warrant a starting position on the offense. And then defensively, of course, it's an 87. We have a really good group on this side of the ball. Of course, we have the rookie duo sensation in the secondary in Charlton and Dukes, both incredible, have an average overall of 81, but an average development trait of normal. That's not ideal. Also, Highsmith is going to get a full season here starting, so hopefully he can do well. I like this team quite a bit. I'm just hoping the offense can develop this year. And obviously, of course, we can talk about DeMarcus Ware, once again, who made the Hall of Fame. This also means we have +5 finesse moves for all linebackers for the next 6 weeks. I like that little implementation. I kind of wish it changed every once in a while, but that's fine. We're going to have that at least for the next bunch of rebuilds. Our linebackers are going to do a little bit better the first 6 weeks of the season. The camp standout right now is Devin Bush. Let's go to tackling again. I did this last time in one of my other rebuilds, so he gets +5 to tackling. Now, of course, continuing that preseason camp standout thing, Devin Bush has to do something this game. He has to get 2+ combined sacks and tackles for loss. Against the Panthers. Are we actually playing the Panthers? Of course we're not playing the Panthers. We are playing the Dolphins. But we can talk about our rookie quarterback 1, though. I'm thinking he's going to have a great performance. Why not? 300+ yards. I think he could do it. That one said Dolphins. That one was correct. I don't know why the other one was not. Let's advance by this week and see if both of those players did what they needed to do. We won that game 37-34. We put up 37, so hopefully the quarterback had enough yardage. He did not have enough yardage, but it's okay. I think we get like 1,000 experience. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take something, at least. Better than nothing. At least we won the game. Let's see if Devin Bush did the thing he needed to do. He'll get 10,000 experience if he gets this done, and he did not. That's unfortunate. Devin Bush getting that much experience would have been really useful. We are chilling here at week 8 with a really strong record. We are 5-1, but this division is incredible. The Bengals are 6-1, the Browns are 5-2, and the Ravens are 4-3. This is not going to be easy. At all. This is still going to be a really tough season, I think. But let's go ahead and check out the roster. Let me see if the quarterback's development trait is revealed. It is not revealed yet. He needs 18 more snaps. All right, let's go through and advance by one more week here. This time against the Bengals. This is a really big game. Please win this one. I need the team to continue playing well. We are going to lose. That's incredibly unfortunate. That also brings us down to 3rd. That really sucks. Okay, we got a weekly award winner, though. It was Devin Bush. Why couldn't he do that in his one breakout game? It's fine. Let's now check out the roster. Quarterback. Give me something more than star, please. He has star. Ah, that draft had so much potential. And just all down the drain. That sucks, man. That sucks so much. At least we have a star developing quarterback, I suppose. I find it hard to develop quarterbacks, though, like their development trait. I find it kind of hard to improve those. What is this all about? We have a short week here. We have a player meeting. What happens here? Talking to Dwayne Brown, apparently one of the leaders on the team. Beat the Bills and commit 1 or fewer turnovers. Let's see what happens. Can the team do that? And then we can finally start negotiating with some players. We won the game, 24-21. Did we do the challenge? Who said short weeks had to be tough despite the limited time to prepare? Okay, I think we did it. 2,500 experience earned for the offense. Executing the game plan on a short week has the offense fired up and resulted in +10 morale for each offensive player. That's really useful, actually. Hopefully we can ride this momentum now the rest of the season. But let's begin bringing back some players. Minkah Fitzpatrick, I would like. Stephon Tuitt, I would most likely, like back on the team as well. Deontay Johnson is solid, but maybe he's replaceable. Devin Bush, I want back. Chris Boswell's a good kicker still. And I think a lot of these guys we can probably consider later. But Minkah Fitzpatrick and Stephon Tuitt, I want on the team right now. We do have a lot of money, so maybe we can actually afford Deontay Johnson here. That's kind of what happens when you have a quarterback on a rookie contract. But the top two guys are coming back. Let's offer this contract to Deontay. He's coming back to the team. Okay, I don't mind that at all. Devin Bush, we will obviously bring back as well. 85 overall for him, with a ton of room to develop still. I'm going to give Chris Boswell like a 3-year contract. He should be a good kicker for the next 3 years, even though he's kind of old. I don't mind that. And then let's go after, I saw him down here, Derek Watt. I can't negotiate with him yet. I will try to get Derek Watt back on the team, if I remember. We finished in 2nd place in the division, going 10-7, and we have to take on the Houston Texans in the first game of the playoffs. All right, let's check out the, not schedule, let's check out the stats. See how the rookie quarterback performed. I hope he had a good season. He had 4,169 yards, 29 touchdowns, 12 picks. Not a bad year, not a great completion percentage. I guess it's not too bad for a rookie, all things considered. Rushing, Najee Harris was really good once again. 1,271 yards, 12 touchdowns, 4.3 yards per carry. Receiving, Chase Claypole was really solid at 900 yards for him, 7 touchdowns. Najee Harris also added 850 receiving yards to his total. Deontay Johnson, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Najee Harris is doing really well in this video. Dwayne Brown was by far the worst offensive lineman. But, the rest were pretty good, so I'll take that. 127 tackles here for Devin Bush. 16 tackles for a loss for TJ Watt, 14 for Cameron Hayward, and then 18.5 sacks for TJ Watt, 9 for Cam Hayward. We have 3 picks for Devin Bush and AJ Terrell, 2 for Nick Charlton, the rookie strong safety, 1 for Chris Barnes and Cameron Sutton. 17th in the NFL in offense this year. Defense is still probably pretty good. Yeah, we're 3rd on defense. Patrick Mahomes is going to go ahead and win MVP. No one from the Steelers. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, also Patrick Mahomes, but Najee Harris at number 3. Defensive Player of the Year is Myles Garrett, TJ Watt at number 2, Devin Bush at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the quarterback. Love seeing that. There's another quarterback, Eric DePaffy, 77 overall for him right now. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Marcus Oliver, but Nick Charlton at number 3, Matthew Dukes at number 6. I would love a dev upgrade from one of those guys. I just don't really think it's going to happen this year. But we do have to take on the Houston Texans. This is going to be a rough game, I think, because the Texans are usually pretty good in simulation. Let's go ahead, advance by. It's mainly because of Deshaun Watson that they're actually pretty good, and we are going to win that game 24-21. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the playoff blizzard here once again. What does this even do? I honestly don't even remember. I think, the players, ratings go down a little bit for both teams. We're supposed to beat the Patriots here. Of course, that's the game day goal. We need to win. Let's advance by and see if we can take them down. They're also really good, so I'm not really sure about this one. We are going to lose 28-21. Unfortunate. We did get extended, though, so that's pretty cool. Let's head to the Super Bowl once again. The Chiefs and the Saints were in the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs are going to win 37-31. All right. Again, let's go over the roster. Anyone up in development trait? I don't think anyone here on the offense is. That's fine. Again, I thought Najee Harris was the only candidate. And then on the defense, Devin Bush is up in development trait. So is AJ Terrell, up to superstar. He's looking pretty nice right now. Sadly, though, neither of the rookie defensive backs went up. I still can't get over the fact that they're both in the 80s, but with normal. Literally so painful. But let's go ahead and check out, I guess, the retirements. I didn't mean to click on that. Devin McCourty's retiring. Aaron Rodgers is going to retire. Von Miller is going to retire. All right, interesting. Brandon Brooks and Jason Kelsey. I think they're both retiring. The Eagles suck right now, then. Maybe we should try to snag one of their draft picks for these next few seasons. But let's go ahead and check out Derek Watt. I remembered right now that I want to bring Derek Watt back to the team. Also, Benny Snell's not bad, but we could replace a backup running back really easily. Derek Watt. Sign this 3-year extension. He is going to. He's coming back to the team. I love to see that. We can now advance by and check out free agency. We have $59.1 million to spend. Tyreek Hill is the top free agent. Zadarius Smith is also here. He's really enticing. What is Highsmith looking like right now? He's a 77. I feel like we should go after another pass rusher. We could get JJ Watt on the team. What is this speed looking like? 76. I'd probably want him playing on the interior D-line then at this point. So I think we're going to go after him. Give him 95 points. Put him on the same team as his brother. And then Montez Sweat. I did not see him. We're going to go after him as well. Move him up to outside linebacker. And we're going to get an excellent front seven. Let's go. 100 total points. Hopefully that's enough. Let's also check out the offensive linemen who are available. We might have to sign Dwayne Brown again. Rodney Hudson is here. He is really good. But I'd rather have Nate Davis, I think. Because he's going to be good in the long term. Because Rodney Hudson might actually just go ahead and retire next season. So let's try to get Nate Davis. And then I'm going to go after Dwayne Brown again, I think. Actually, should I do that? No, actually, it's probably in my best interest to get Rodney Hudson and have him play like left tackle or something. We got Nate Davis and Montez Sweat. Did not get J.J. Watt. I guess his brother being on the team wasn't enough to get him to sign in Pittsburgh. Hopefully Cameron Hayward didn't retire. I actually didn't even notice. Is he still here? Cameron Hayward is still here. He's down to an 85 though. We certainly have to look to draft his replacement this year. But we do just need a defensive tackle in general for this season. So Sheldon Richardson, I'll give him a 1-year contract. I don't mind paying him this, it's fine. I'll give him a 1-year contract, and then I'll still look to go after a defensive tackle in the draft. We ended up getting Sheldon Richardson on the roster, so if we don't end up getting a D tackle in the draft, it's not a big deal. This is another draft where the cornerbacks look really solid again, but I don't think I'm going to trade up this time. We have pick number 26. It'll be much more difficult to do it this year, but Derek Rivers and Jarek Grant both look really strong. Early first round talent for the both of them. I think I would go with Jarek Grant out of the two because he has 4.39 for his 40-yard dash time. I'm going to check out those guys in the draft recap for sure, but let's skip straight to number 26. Now, I have a couple different positions I could go with. So let me check out defensive tackles first. Are there any defensive tackles available? There's Alonzo Herrick, late first round. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to take him just now because there is Ben Ramirez, who's also a late first round talent. So he's just as good all the way in the 5th round. I'm actually really tempted to take Terrence Vick. I feel like having 2 good running backs is pretty important this year. Jameel Floyd's a late first talent. Okay, so I have that option at running back. This tight end skipped the combine. That's cool. Emmett Williams. Maybe we can try to get him next round or something. The other option I have right now is to take Deacon Polk. Late 2nd round projection, but early 1st round talent. I think he is most likely the selection here. 280 pounds. So we could maybe have him play right end and then have one of our defensive ends moved to D tackle. And that would probably work pretty well. So Deacon Polk, I think he's the best selection right now. 78, normal development trait. We are drafting absolute studs, but just no development trait to be had. 85 speed, 88 acceleration, 86 strength, good finesse moves. Not great block shedding, but it's not horrible for a rookie. He can probably start here on the defense. Now, in the 3rd round, I would not be opposed to taking that tight end if he's here. Without knowing anything about him. He is not available. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. So then I think we have the option to take Ben Ramirez right now. And I'm going to do that in case he has hidden. He does have hidden. He's a 73 overall. Alright, this changes some things. I think he might start at D tackle then. And then maybe we can have just Cam Hayward and Stephon Tuitt continue playing defensive end. And then maybe when Cam Hayward goes down more or retires this season, then we can have the guy we drafted in the 1st round start. I do still need a running back, and Lamar Dockett is available. Late 1st round talent. I think he's the best running back available right now. So welcome to the team. 74 with hidden. He's actually really good. 88 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 agility. This is exactly what I was talking about. Benny Snell is a super replaceable player because he's just a backup running back, and there are tons of those later in the drafts. I might actually just take Dontrell Session now. He looks pretty fun. 6'4", good combine grade. Know nothing about him. I don't think I have anyone on the draft board. I guess I'll check that out first, in case I'm forgetting anybody. We have nobody on the draft board. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this receiver, Dontrell Session. Not bad at a 68 overall. 87 speed, 88 acceleration. Really not that fast, but he is 6'4", so he might be able to use his physicality whenever he is on the field. We don't have many selections left. I think we have 3. And we're going to get a bunch of players who will most likely never see the field. But it's fine. We could take another running back, actually. Let's take this guy with a 7.3. He is 64. 90 speed. Not horrible, I guess. 2 more picks. Let's just go ahead and snag some beasts. Tony Judge. Now you look horrible. You're very slow. Offensive linemen are incredibly hard to draft this year once again. But I might take one of these two guys. 36 bench press reps. Sure. He's terrible. 88 strength is by far the best thing about him. Seems like it's going to be another year where finding a good tackle is incredibly rare. I found one in like my first draft. I mean, I didn't take him, but there was like one early first round talent tackle in my first draft on this game. So I thought maybe they'd be more common this year, and they absolutely are not. We're going to take another offensive lineman, this time a center though. Lance Taylor. 64, a little bit better than the last guy we took, but still not really a good player. Now I need to check out this entire class because I want to know what those two cornerbacks are all about. One of them was an 81. Of course he has hidden. Why is it the corner I didn't take? Why couldn't this be the corner we drafted last year? Only star, but still he's a lot better than the guy we have. There's another corner who's an 80. Please don't tell me he has hidden. Oh, you know, of course he does. I'm pissed. I'm so upset this happened. Yeah, that sounds about right. Superstar X Factor for that 80 overall corner. Jesus Christ. Jarek Grant is incredible. 94 speed. This guy is the best player I've seen in this game so far. I don't even think it's remotely close either. He is so good. Deacon Polk, though. Let's go. One of the best players in the class. Normal dev, though. John Pittman's pretty good. Hidden dev. Yeah, we got like the only player in the top 4. Maybe even the top 5. Yeah, we got the only player in the top 5 with normal. Just how it goes over here on the channel, boys. Barry Judge, another hidden. Another hidden. We literally got the only player here without hidden. Even Terrence Vick has hidden. Bro. Seriously, what is going on? Am I just that bad at this game? This is actually ridiculous. This is genuinely insane. Bro, finally. It took me all the way down here to find a player who also had normal. We got... dude. That summarizes this channel pretty well, I think. Oh, and then directly to this. Dude. I think the game's trying to tell me something. And of course, the next Hall of Fame ceremony is for Terrell Edmonds. So, got some boosts to the secondary players. Maybe that'll help the guys who drafted last year break out this year. I just went into free agency because we needed a third cornerback, and Bryce Callahan is absolutely perfect. He's an 85, and he is superstar. I don't know why he's in free agency. But he's going to be our new slot corner on this team. And I think this team is actually really solid. Let's go ahead and check out the starting lineup. Now, on the offense, I had to move Nate Davis to left tackle because I forgot we did not get Rodney Hudson. So, Nate Davis, hopefully he makes the transition well. But the offense was pretty solid last year. I think they can do even better this year because I do think we have a better offensive line. Najee Harris is looking a little bit better at an 87. Elling had a fine rookie season. Hopefully he can, progress and build on that once more. And then defensively, the pass rush got a little bit better. The front seven on this team is gross. We also have rookie Ramirez starting at D tackle. Maybe he has like superstar, probably not, but that would be really cool. And like I said before, Callahan is going to be the slot corner on this team. So AJ Terrell is going to be the number 1, and then I think Dukes is just going to be the 2, and then Callahan will be the slot guy. I think he fits that role perfectly on this team, and this is the roster. I think this team has a pretty good shot at making it back into the postseason. Now, obviously, we're in one of the better divisions in this game, so that's not going to be easy to do. And yet another camp standout, Ben Ramirez. Okay, this is the defensive tackle. I'm going to go into block shedding for this. I went into power and finesse move when I did this on my Eagles rebuild, the longer term rebuild series with Josh Sweat, and I got up power and finesse moves each by 3. Just wanted to see what the block shedding one was, and it is +5, so that's really useful. Let's see if our defensive tackle can get his little breakout challenge thing here done. During the first week, we did win. Good sign. Did he do it? He did not do it. Unfortunate, dude. I've not really gotten past this stage yet with the breakout challenges. We are performing incredibly well this season. Once again, 6-1 at the mid-season mark. Now, let's see who has to come back to the roster. AJ Terrell, Chase Claypole, Trey Turner is an interesting one. He's still pretty good, though. Sheldon Richardson, we no longer need. Kevin Dotson, I would like back. Bryce Callahan, I don't think so. Alex Highsmith, also, we don't need anymore. Sadly, he didn't develop how I wanted him to, but it's all good. But let's just go ahead and get the top for you guys. AJ Terrell for sure we want back on the team. He's turned into a superstar cornerback. Always love to see that. Chase Claypool, another player we want back. Kevin Dotson's the only other one I think I'm going to bring back at this point. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go another season, but at least we have those 3 guys if we decide to. And then Trey Turner is a player I might bring back at the end of the year if he hasn't regressed too badly. I don't really think there's anything to check out with the roster. The only hidden development trait guy we had was a running back, and he's a backup, so he's definitely not revealed yet. So I will see you at the end of the year. All right, we got a first round bye, going 13-4 this season. That's amazing. Check out these statistics. The quarterback had 4,700 yards, 45 touchdowns, 13 picks. He took a massive step up this year. Let's go. Love to see that. Najee Harris was also incredible. 1,331 yards, 5 yards per carry pretty much, and 13 rushing touchdowns. Also 0 fumbles. Great season from him. Receiving wise, Chase Claypole and Najee Harris had over 1,000 yards. Harris might be MVP this year. Or he's at least in the conversation for it. I don't know if 1,300 rushing yards is enough, but like 2,300 yards from scrimmage is pretty phenomenal. Chase Claypool also had a really good season. 11 touchdowns for him. Juju Smith-Schuster, 900 yards. Deontay Johnson's contributing a little bit. And then Pat Freiermuth had 8 touchdowns. But honestly, Lamar Dockett received incredibly well. 8 touchdowns on 20 catches. That's insane. The offensive line, probably the best it's ever been. I'll take that. 112 tackles for Chris Barnes. We have 28 tackles for loss for Stephon Tuitt. 21 for TJ Watt. And then 14 for Montez Sweat, Ben Ramirez, and Cameron Hayward. But then 19 sacks for TJ Watt, 7 for Montez Sweat, 6 for Stephon Tuitt, 7 interceptions for Devin Bush. Dude, these numbers are bonkers. Nick Charlton had 2 interceptions, and then 1 for Chris Barnes, Aminka Fitzpatrick, Matthew Dukes, AJ Terrell, Trey Norwood, and Victor Bennett. 8th in the NFL on offense. Our defense has to be at least top 5. They were so good. Yeah, we were first. Okay. This defense seemed dominant. Christian McCaffrey is going to win MVP. Actually, no Najee Harris. Instead, Jim Elling makes it at number 10. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Mahomes, Najee Harris, and Jim Elling at 6 and 7. Defensive Player of the Year, of course, is TJ Watt. I feel like Devin Bush is a little bit too low at number 4. He had 7 interceptions. I kind of want to see what Keanu Neil and Nwosu did this season. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Trevor Smith. Lamar Dockett, though, at number 2. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jamario Patterson. Ben Ramirez at number 6. Let's go. Best quarterback is Patrick Mahomes. Jim Elling at number 3. Best running back, Najee Harris at number 4. Best receiver is Trevor Smith, followed by Mecole Hardman. I guess I don't need Tyreek Hill to go crazy. Chase Claypool at number 5, though. Best offensive lineman is almost always Quentin Nelson in the AFC. No one from our team. That's sad. Best D lineman is Jeffrey Simmons, surprisingly enough. Nothing against Jeffrey Simmons, but I feel like I don't normally see him up there. Stephon Tuitt is going to be at number 9. Best linebacker is TJ Watt. Somehow Devin Bush is at number 6. I don't understand that. Montez Sweat also sneaks into that list. Best defensive back is Patrick Surtain. That's pretty cool. Nobody from the Steelers on this list. Best kicker is Cairo Santos. Chris Boswell, though, at number 2. All right, really quickly, I want to see what Keanu Neil did, because I can't imagine he had a better season than having 7 interceptions and 94 tackles. Let's see, he was on the Bengals. Oh my God. Okay, he did have a better season. 159 tackles, 9 for loss, and 7 interceptions. Honestly, what's with these numbers, dude? Jesus. They are the only 2 players in the league with 7 picks, but still, this is insane. I just wanted to check those seasons out. Also, Nwosu had 14.5 sacks and 2 picks. He had a good season as well. Jesus Christ, though. Let's advance by and see who we have to take on in the divisional round. We have to go up against the Tennessee Titans with Derrick Henry. I don't want to do that at all. Please, can we win this game? Yeah, we can. 31-21. And now we have to go up against Keanu Neil. I don't want to do that either. He is going off this season. Let's go straight to the Super Bowl, though. Can we please make it? We did not make it, dude. Look at like the team ranks. We went off this season, only allowing 19.9 points per game. That's good for first. Defensive pass yards per game, also first. We were really good in like every single category. Our lowest one was 13th. All right, so the Super Bowl is going to be between the Bengals and the 49ers, and the 49ers are going to win. Okay, let's check out the lineup. Najee Harris should be up, and he's not. What does this man got to do? Jim Elling is up in development trait, though. 90 overall for him at the moment, looking pretty nice. And now on the defense, somehow Devin Bush didn't go up either. What is going on at the moment? This is so weird. But Ramirez has star development. Also a 79 overall. Looking pretty good here. I think I'm going to go one more year. Yeah, why not? Let's go one final season with this team. I think we should have enough funds to bring anybody in and also negotiate with some guys, but I don't think we have anyone really to negotiate with here. Actually, Trey Turner went up in overall. I'll give him a contract. He's coming back to the team. I don't mind having him an 81 overall. I'll look for another corner in free agency, and I think we can just simulate now. We don't really need anything else. We can even potentially draft a corner if there's a good looking one. I've had auto scouting on like the whole year though, so I don't really know what the draft class is looking like. We have $17 million to sign potentially Stephon Gilmore or Marcus Peters or James Bradbury. We can sign someone here. Might just go after Stephon Gilmore just to get the best possible cornerback core right now. We have the money for this, so might as well. 96 points. That is good for first. Okay, let's advance. We did not get Stephon Gilmore. All right, he doesn't want to come to a good team, I guess. Who'd he sign with? The Titans are also really good. Okay, never mind. He still does want to go to a good team. So, James Bradbury or Marcus Peters? Let's go for James Bradbury. I feel like I never have him on a team. Unless I'm actually, you know, rebuilding the Giants. James Bradbury did accept. Okay, so we at least have another cornerback. Now we have a ton of staff points to spend. I've kind of just been going through these different talent trees here. I did this player growth one on the right side because at this point we got a quarterback one and we got a running back one. So I figured that was probably the better option. I started going through this on the block one, but I think I'm actually going to go with the defensive coordinator, which is kind of already done a little bit, which is pretty cool. Let's keep going down here. Boost hit power for left ends and right ends by 3. I mean, sure. What is this bottom one? Boost the strength rating for the defensive lineman by 4. That's awesome. And then these are play rec for the secondary. Okay. Pursuit, catching, stamina for the linebackers, tackling for corners, press by corners, stamina for the corners, safeties. Okay. I'm going to go to... I don't know. I think I'm going to go to the left side. I feel like we have a worse cornerback group than we do safety duo. So I figure this is probably more worth it. And this last one is press for cornerbacks by 3. All right, pretty cool. And then we can continue this one here. Why not? And we are done with all the staff points. Actually, no, I could have spent more. I don't want to go back in there. It's not a big deal. Let's hop into the draft now, though. Like I said before, I have no idea what this draft class is looking like. Let's go ahead and start it. We should have all of our picks here, though. And, of course, we pick at number 30. Let's check out the draft board. Anybody looking insane? Pretty good-looking quarterback. Of course, we don't need him, but figured I'd point him out. Avery Matthews looks ridiculous. A- man, B+ awareness, B+ zone. He could be a player we trade up for. Not sure what we'd have to give up to get him, but I kind of do want him. Also, I really want this guy. A+ tackling. Huh. We definitely don't need him. But he looks incredible. Any good defensive tackles? Doesn't really look like it. Any good, like, power defensive ends? This guy's alright. Early first-round talent. He's way more than alright. Probably only normal dev, though. And then left end. This guy's okay. I do want to trade up at some point, though. We got a trade to go through. I'm moving up to pick number 6. Getting rid of my first this year and next year. And then my second... next year. We are getting rid of a ton, but this is probably going to be the last season anyway. Do I have to move up even again? Let me see when that corner is supposed to go. I think I might take him if I have the opportunity, and I actually don't know if I'm going to. So, hang on a second. I know I'm trading up a lot, but I need to see what this guy's all about. I need at least one stud hidden development trade player in this video. Please. I've been deprived this entire time. I've been baited by a ton of different players. Let me get one godly draft pick, and then I'll be content. All right, we are moving up now to pick number 1. That didn't take nearly as much. We got rid of the 6th overall pick, backup linebacker, and I think a 3rd-round draft pick. But with this one, we are going to be taking this cornerback because he looks really good. Avery Matthews. 81 with hidden. Let's go. We finally got a stud. 96 speed, 93 acceleration, 92 jumping, 85 agility, really good man in zone. That was well worth the selection. He is going to start this year for sure. Would it be crazy to trade up again? Probably. Let me see. I got pick 29. That's likely not enough to get this guy, but we will simulate and hope for the best. There's absolutely no chance this guy is still available. But let's see. Middle linebacker. He is not still here. Very, very upsetting. I will check him out for sure because that guy looked really, really good. As does this guy. Dalvin Pratt looks kind of sick. Mid-first round talent for Waddle as well. I don't know who to take here. Maybe Cassius Goodwin? Yeah, early first round talent? Sure. 78 hidden development trait. Okay. That guy's really good. I feel like he has to start then. Now, this is definitely not like a good strategy to go with in drafts because you leave yourself with nothing for the following seasons, but it's not a bad idea to do something like this if you know this is going to be your last year. I feel like playoffs or not, this kind of has to be my last year at this point because I destroyed the team, at least in terms of draft capital. But we're going to take Akeem McElroy. Okay, 67. Not horrible. Let's go to the end of the draft, though. The computer can just finish this one. Now, obviously, this one went well. I traded up a ton. But after the running back, we have a 65, 67, and 64. Now, who's the best player in the class? It is this cornerback tied with this free safety, Kevin Madrano. Hidden dev for him as well. Oh, he is so good. 84 zone coverage just off the rip. Here is Felix Applewhite, by the way. Hidden dev. 93 tackling with his little boost. What's his development trait, though? Also, number 2. That looks awesome. This guy is so good. I think he had 89 speed as well. Oh my god, he's a superstar X Factor. Jesus. Him and Roquan Smith on the same team? That's not fair. That shouldn't be allowed to happen. Also, with strong safety looking really good, Frank Sampson. Where was this draft class the first year? It looks pretty similar in terms of, like, the best players, but the development traits are way different. Reed Barton's really good. Hidden dev for him. Sheldon Miles is sick. Normal dev only. That sucks for the Falcons. This Applewhite guy looks so good, though. Of course, we have Goodwin. We drafted him. Deion Callaway. Hidden dev for him. All right, a really, really good-looking draft class. 3 players in the 80s. Now, of course, the final Hall of Fame introduction we're going to talk about is Antonio Gates. He's impacting the tight ends and receivers and whatnot. Wait, hold on. We got a random hidden development trait receiver. +4 for his overall. Not a bad player at all. All right, so the offense is about the same as last year. I think we have a strong offense. We have a great quarterback, a really good running back. Also, Lockett has a star. You probably noticed that at some point, but I didn't. The receiving core, still really strong. Everybody's at least a 90, which is sick. And then the defense. This is where things get interesting, because I feel like I need Goodwin starting. Now, Cam Hayward is still really good. He's an 85 with his little boost there. Can I move him to defensive tackle? Like, what does he go up to at D tackle? I kind of want him starting for this last year because, like, development doesn't really matter too much anymore. I mean, except for the hidden development guy, because if he ends up having, like, superstar or something, certainly worth starting him. But then Cam Hayward at D tackle, I think over Ramirez is the way to go. And then, of course, Matthews is going to be starting at corner. Yeah, this team is in a pretty good position, I think. The team's fairly confident as well, which is awesome. I will see you guys now at the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to stop midway through this season. We are in the playoffs, going 12-5. Let's get it. Check out these stats. The quarterback had 4,100 yards, 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Solid year once again. Under 60% completion percentage isn't great, but only 8 picks is phenomenal. 1,600 yards for Najee Harris, 5.7 per carry, 14 touchdowns, and he almost had 1,000 receiving yards with 7 touchdowns, leading the team in yards and touchdowns. Actually, sorry, not touchdowns. Pat Freiermuth had 9, almost leading the team or tying for the lead in catches. Deontay Johnson had 71, but Najee Harris and Juju Smith-Schuster tied with 56 for the number 2. Other than Nate Davis, the offensive line was very strong. 119 tackles here for Devin Bush. 18 tackles for loss for Montez Sweat. TJ Watt is a maniac. 17 sacks for him. 10.5 for Stephon Tuitt. 8.5 for rookie Cassius Goodwin. 2 picks for Chris Barnes and Devin Bush. And then 1 for Matthew Dukes, Avery Matthews, AJ Terrell, Trey Norwood, and Victor Bennett. Let's go ahead and check out these yearly awards. Of course, though, before we do that, we are 8th in offense and 18th on defense. The defense fell off quite a bit. We do not have Najee Harris winning MVP, but he is at number 6. I will take that. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes, followed by Harris. Not bad at all. Defensive Player of the Year is Chris Jones. TJ Watt at number 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Tyler Dudley. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Cesar Martinez. Cassius Goodwin at number 2. I'll take that. Avery Matthews at number 8. Of course, we can see what his dev trait is as well. Any Steelers for best quarterback? Of course, we got Elling at number 7. Best running back is Josh Jacobs. Harris, though, at number 3. Best receiver is Cortland Sutton. No Steelers. Best O-lineman is Quentin Nelson. Also, let me go back for a second. Well, first off, Brian O'Neill at number 10. But I saw an interesting player down here. Devin Funchess at number 10. Not a name I thought I'd see here. Also, Anthony Schwartz. There's some interesting names in best receiver. This happens all the time, though. Best D lineman is Chris Jones. Stephon Tuitt at number 9. Best linebacker is TJ Watt. We take those. Best defensive back is Xavier Howard. Best kicker is Will Lutz. Chris Boswell still kicking at number 9. I love it. Now, let's see what the development trait of the rookie is before I forget to check it out, because I probably would forget if we made it straight to the Super Bowl. So, let's see. I'm really hoping he has more than star. Could this be my first Superstar X Factor drafted? It was my first Superstar X Factor drafted. Let's go. It finally happened. And this guy is an absolute beast of a cornerback to have Superstar X Factor. Oh, that's amazing. Ya boys got a title for the video. Let's go. Let's advance by this game. We have to take on one of our rivals in the Ravens, and we're going to lose by a point. Dude, that is annoying. That would piss off Steelers fans so much. Losing to the Ravens in the playoffs by one singular point. Now, especially if the Ravens go on to win the Super Bowl. That would be rough. They could still be in it. We just know for sure the Cowboys are. Are the Ravens in the Super Bowl? No. 19-13. Pretty boring Super Bowl. Between the Cowboys and the Raiders. I feel like the Raiders aren't normally a team you see in the Super Bowl in Madden. But that's going to do it here for this rebuild. Let's quickly check out the roster, see any potential dev upgrades. I don't think there are any on the offense. Also, this receiver has star. But Najee Harris turned into an absolute beast. His speed never went up, I don't think, but 98 trucking, 74 catching. I feel like that should be a lot higher. He's been going off through the receiving game. 99 carrying as well. He's a really, really good running back. This quarterback's been really good as well. And then defensively, I mean, of course, we got a Superstar X Factor cornerback. You love seeing that. Goodwin has star. I don't know if anyone's up. Is Stephon Tuitt up in development trait, or was he up earlier? I don't think he's up this year. He might have went up another time, because I'm pretty sure he started with star. Or maybe he started with Superstar. My memory sucks sometimes. But anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Where every step you take is do or die.